guys, welcome back to Paranormal Talk. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you should be well aware that not all of my content is suitable for all ages. This is your parental advisory, explicit content warning. Enjoy the video. Alright, so that was a little testing at the quiet wards. We started off with the women's ward. We weren't even going to come to the men's quiet ward. Then the response we got that said east. The men's quiet ward is to the east, and we went here and we didn't get much at the door, but we moved over to a window and we got some really good responses. Now the responses that I want to bring to your attention are, they said father, safe, tablet, and page. So a father is obviously, a member of the church, or it could have been, I may be taking it out of context, but I don't think so, considering we're right across from the church. Like literally the church is right there. And then it said tablet, which Moses wrote the commandments on tablets, and page could maybe be a page of the Bible, and maybe the commandments make them feel safe, or maybe the church is a safe place where they could go over the tablet, which would have been the pages of the commandments. I don't know.
Or if they felt like some of the more excited inmates may have needed like Jesus or something like that.
I mean, that's possible. I don't know. But
if being mentally insane was considered a sin, if they did go to church, they would have considered the people who were more excited or more violent to be having sins, so they would have to go to church and see a father read the Bible.
And that's possible. So we're going to move over now to the men's excited ward, which is where hydrotherapy and electroshock was. So I think we're going to try a technique over there where I'm going to try and tell them that I have a mental disability, which, you know what, I may not be wrong about that. So,
I'm pretty sure we both do.
I'm pretty sure I do. But we're going to head over there and, yeah, we're going to run some tests. Guys.
Good evening, gentlemen. We would like to speak to you about your stay at the hospital.
My name is Nathan. This is Dani. We come to you with the utmost respect. We mean no harm. We expect the same in return. You can use the device that I just set on the door to come forward and speak to us by using your energy. If you come towards that device and speak to us, could you tell us
what life is like at the hospital?
I think it's kind of weird how sometimes it doesn't work on one door and we go to the other one and it just racks up.
Were you guys treated differently here at the hospital than the most people? What do you feel that way?
Are we speaking, or can you come forward and tell us your name? Are we speaking to one of the more violent patients?
Or we could be speaking to a nurse.
It could be a nurse, it could be a doctor.
Think about it. I don't think the more violent patients would be more probably.
Yeah, most likely not, so we might not even get much here. Because they're most likely restrained to their rooms.
Unless this is next to a room.
Yeah, so in all actuality, we might be better off finding a windowsill. In the door.
Yeah.
But most of the windowsills are freaking 15 feet off the ground.
Probably fast.
Oh, absolutely. You hear that? There's someone talking in the background.
Do you want us to put the device on a windowsill so we can speak to you more clearly? Ooh, that's very specific.
I'll put that name in the list.
Adam? Gotcha. Adam could have been a nurse, could have been a patient, maybe a doctor.
Who is Adam? Was Adam a doctor or a patient? That's hot. Remote. Okay, I think that might just been a random response, maybe.
Okay, right now.
That was really high.
Are we speaking with a nurse? Or the patient? Because if it was a patient and they were saying, ask Adam, Adam might have been their nurse. they might need to
Could have
have
been.
permission from their nurse to speak to people.
Very well could have been. Or if, like you were saying earlier, someone was in here with schizophrenia, Adam could have been a different personality.
Right. So we're saying ask Adam to set the phone down on a windowsill. Well, Adam, do you mind if we set down this phone on a windowsill or this device? Let's take that as a no.
Let's walk around to a different part of the building.
And after we try the other door, we'll set it down on a windowsill. See if we get any responses.
Worth a shot. Yeah, that would be a storage or basement entrance. There's a spike here. Go. Go where?
I think this is the over here.
You telling us to leave you alone? Because if you are, that's not going to happen. I don't think I could be able to reach that, but there we go.
Good evening. You're a bit high up.
Yeah, relatively high. That was difficult to reach.
Well, that's strange. This is a men's quiet ward. I mean, a men's excited ward. Why is there a woman in here unless she's a nurse?
Very well could be a nurse.
But I would think in a men's excited ward, the only nurses would be allowed to be nurses.
Maybe. Who is Alice? I love it when we get names because I can actually try and quickly go back and trace that.
And Alice is actually a pretty common name for that time period.
It was.
There could be possibly a bunch of Alice's.
Yeah, the only name we've gotten that's relatively uncommon would be Ashley.
Which would be really easy to find. Alice, were you a patient? Or were you a nurse? What are the patients like?
I don't know if you heard it enough. I just heard something. It kind of came from inside the building, not over there. It was definitely a voice. I mean, a few people way over there.
What does it say?
I couldn't make it out. It definitely sounded like a voice. The spelling of Alice, typically, I don't know if it would have an I in it, but it would be A-L-A-C-E.
No, it's just spelled
Is it an I? And how about the names?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Alice in Wonderland, yeah, duh, no, it's more than I. Alright, we're going to end our test here at the Men's Excited Ward. We appreciate your communication, and we're going to leave you in peace.
Thank you.
And we're going to move on and test this at another spot. Alright, so that was our test at the Men's Excited Ward, and we're going to continue on, guys. We have a lot of this facility we haven't even gone through yet. So
yeah, and it seems like if names were more common, so maybe they were listed in alphabetical order, that would make it a lot easier for us to find names.
It could be in alphabetical order, or maybe the device is just spitting out names in alphabetical order. They might have nothing to do with this place at all.
It might not, but we'll only see if we check out the hospital records and check out who died there.
Yeah, so we're gonna move forward and find another spot to
Let's
run a
find
few
the women's
tests.
excited ward.
That's not a bad idea. Find the women's excited ward and maybe the women's tuberculosis ward.
Yeah, and let's tell the women that we have mental disabilities and see what they'll think.
All right, so we got a game plan moving forward. All right, guys, so we decided to work our way to the women's excited ward, which is where the more excitable women that had to be restrained were kept.
And we're gonna think that we're gonna get more responses considering there might be more spirits here.
So keep in mind, this building's going to be a lot bigger than the men's excited ward because
humongous.
the patient ratio here was more female than male, because back then you could pretty much admit a female for anything. So hopefully
Windowsills.
this will work out okay for us. Let's carry on with the test. I'm going to go ahead and start the app though. Maybe we'll get some responses while we're walking around the ward. Is anyone here? My name is Nathan, this is Dani. We approach you with the utmost respect. We mean you no harm. We understand that things you went through here may have been traumatizing. So we just want to communicate.
Especially as women.
Oh, there we go.
Your lives were already hard enough as women. And to live in a place where you were treated as less than human, whenever you're already treated as less than human to begin with, I'm guessing would be very hard on you.
Tried to get a small spike there, but nothing came through. I don't know if we're allowed to walk up that or not. I don't see it roped off. If it was, and someone took the rope down.
You know, like,
Yeah, there's nothing up there we can profit on either. All right.
actually, there's that small little bar, but I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't think that would hold it.
I don't think so either.
I think it would end up falling off. So let's go
Yeah,
back
let's
around.
try a window.
We're restarting the screen record. It was canceled. I got a phone call. Sorry about that. Watch out for that hole. I'm gonna try and find a windowsill that might be big enough for me to sit this on.
Oh, that was.
Maybe.
Looks like we're getting a really big cycle.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies.
Jasmine.
Jasmine, that's uncommon.
So that's actually really good because we're at the excited ward. Let me get the name Jasmine.
Jasmine's actually uncommon for that time period, so it might make it easier to find her.
So that threw out my theory, by the way, of it just spouting out random names in alphabetical order. All right, the spike went away. Jasmine, you can come forward and speak to us. There's no need to be afraid. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to restrain you. You hear that? People talking in the background. So it's actually kind of nice because we're at the women's excited ward and we got a woman's name, which
Oh, yeah. Another one of those basement things. We got pretty high spikes and men's excited for that.
it is true.
Maybe we should step down a little bit.
I don't want to put it on the ground, but
We're not going to do that. We're just going to step down.
all right. So it's the basement hole here. It's right next to the door.
Boom, high spike.
Step out of the way. I have to assume that if anyone came in here, it would be a doctor or a nurse.
Either that or maybe a patient who was picked,
Maybe.
trying to hide.
Or say if a patient was deceased, that might be a way to take them out without any other patient noticing. They did a similar thing at Waverly Hills where they had a tunnel that they would take the bodies out of so that where the patients didn't get excited when they noticed how many people were dying.
Yeah. Is anyone here?
You can use this device that has just sat on the ground over here. You can come forward and use some energy and you can speak through it. You can speak to us, you can communicate and tell us your story. Is there anything that you would like to say to us? Thought we might got a response there, but not quite.
I understand that being women in a mental asylum may have been hard, considering you guys would probably see him as a doctor or superintendent. Considering they were mostly male. So you guys may be scared of him? He's not gonna do anything to you.
I'm not a doctor, I'm not a... Well, male nurses back then would have been uncommon, so I can't even call myself a nurse, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not a superintendent. I just want to speak to you.
Let's try and set it on a windowsill. You might get in someone's room.
Oh, yeah, we gotta find a windowsill that's gonna be big enough to hold it.
Windowsill. Okay.
Yeah, but I think this windowsill right here is right next to the main corridor. But
Which even so, we might get this
it's worth a shot.
from nurses and stuff.
It's worth a shot.
Is anyone there?
The person who came through and said their name was Jasmine. Jasmine, are you still here with us?
So we've kind of got two names that we consider more taboo for that.
Yeah.
Ashton and Jasmine. It seems like this one we're not getting any responses.
No, I think
Especially not Spikes.
we could probably move on to the next building.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, for your time.
We appreciate it.
And we
We-
hope you have a safe afternoon.
We're gonna leave you in peace now, and
Have a
guys,
great day.
we'll move on for some next testing. So that was our quick test of the women's excited ward. We got one response, but it was a female name, so that's kind of monumental.
And we also got a few Spikes as well.
I like it when I get names because it's something that I can physically trace through history. Jasmine was an uncommon name back when this asylum was open. So
It
hopefully,
might make it easier to find her.
yeah, hopefully I'll be able to trace that a lot easier than most other names.
Like Alice.
So we're moving on to the next building. All right, so we're out in front of the women's convulsive ward, and we're gonna give this a try. This is the ward that they kept women who suffered from epileptic seizures. So let's see if we get any responses. All right, so we're out in front of the women's convulsive ward. Let me set this on the door. Is anybody here with us? I'm Nathan, this is Dani. We just want to communicate. We're not here to harm you. We expect the same respect in return. We just want to talk. I put a device in the door. If you come forward and go close to that door, you can use your energy to speak to us.
Look at that.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to restrain you or put you through any kind of testing. I just want to speak to you. Could you come forward, please, and tell us that you're here?
I wonder what those roots before.
That's probably airflow.
And those people are still around the place. That's weird. Oh no, never mind. It's the sun. Sister, like a nun.
I mean, Catholic Church is very big up here, so we were located in a sister like a nun. I mean, we got,
Father.
the word sister at the women's convulsive ward, so it's all females. So maybe her sister was in here?
Maybe. Or maybe one of the epileptic seizure patients was a sister.
Maybe.
Could be a nun. I mean, if the father was a quiet man, was a quiet patient, quiet mental patient, possibly he would have allowed women with epilepsy to be sisters and nuns.
I'm not sure. That's a good speculation, though. Could you come forward, please, and tell us what you mean by sister? Are you telling us that you're a nun? You almost had it. You almost were able to speak to us.
If it's his Bible, I'm sold. Come on.
It's getting so close. You're almost there.
You know you can do it.
Definitely trying.
You're trying your best. Come on.
They're playing some hard basketball over there.
Do it. You know you can.
No, I wonder if it's, oh, maybe. So dark.
If someone's having an epileptic seizure,
Yeah, it's too dark because they're probably going to pass off from the seizure.
are you having a seizure right now? Is that why it's so hard to respond?
You read my mind. Good question. Jordan.
That would be a taboo thing.
It would be, and that's another name that we can check. Chained. They had to be restrained for epileptic seizures.
Chained. So Jordan, chained.
So they wouldn't have known it back then when people were having seizures. You know, it's really harmful to actually restrain a person having a seizure. But back then they wouldn't have known that. They would have tried to restrain them.
I wrote it down.
So is your name Jordan? Are you chained? Are you chained down? Are you restrained?
Are you being chained because you're having a seizure? Seth. That could be the doctor. Or the nurse.
Maybe. That's another name we can trace.
Hear that is this mic jumping down outside.
Yeah, that's a group of teenagers walking around.
No.
Who is Seth?
Oh, you, Seth?
You want to try the back of the building?
Thank you for your time over here. And I hope you have a respond if you're having a seizure.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird response. I mean, you know, dealing with Johnny, who I used to work with, you know, and him having seizures, they're very scary. You know
I
what?
started spiking around the basement. Oh, here.
You're getting some pretty good spikes around this building. I think I was going to skip this one. Good call. We got 2 doors here and a bunch of windows.
Probably getting a lot of spikes since you rotate the room. What?
Julian.
Doing? Having broken or, you know, most of the doctor.
You could definitely write that one down too.
Like doing.
Only I don't think this one's gonna sing "I Like to Move It."
Well, I mean, they would, but they like to move it in a different way.
Yeah, that's a little. It's a little. Yeah. Disrespectful. They can't help the fact of the way they move.
I'm sorry.
So am I speaking to Julian?
Should set this down on the windowsill?
I actually think I'm gonna try and sit it on this door.
High five. Good choice. Tools.
Be careful walking around, there could be nails.
I'm thinking they had like tools to help people who had epileptic seizures.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They had mouthpieces, stuff similar to that, like what you would see, giant, not really giant mouthpieces, but the mouthpieces that would go into their mouth and cover over their lips. That would be a tool to help them prevent from biting their tongue off. Neat. Well, we're right across from the dining hall.
Maybe they're hungry.
Are you hungry?
Are you having so many seizures that you're not allowed to eat? And that could have been possible.
Yeah, right. So if they're having major seizures, like on a regular basis, they would have put them on some kind of a liquid diet.
So you might miss me.
They probably get meat. It's just probably ground up in mush.
Yeah, like by me, they probably just missed the solid
Yeah.
stuff. If you don't mind, we're going to go switch over to a windowsill.
Pick a window.
Let's do the one with the vent. And
Okay, I'm not sure if that would be the patient's room, or if that would be part of the main corridor.
I think we're going to leave it sleeping because of the vents.
It's very possible. I just don't foresee a patient's room having that big of a window. A patient's room would typically have a window that size.
Oh, we gotta keep this guy's light. I'm not here to hurt you.
As you come towards this device that we set on the windowsill, you can use your energy to communicate. Are you a patient or are you a doctor? Maybe the same meat because of being behind. If you were a patient here that's suffering from the epileptic seizures, I know it's a great deal to go through. I understand that it's quite scary, but you don't have to be afraid of us. Could you come forward and speak to us?
I'm gonna try and help you.
You are not. So apparently you're not helping.
Oh, we're sorry if we're not helping like we truly want to.
You know what? You are not. When you say we're trying to help, I wonder if that's a doctor telling us we're not helping by trying to talk to the patients.
It sounds more sophisticated.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a doctor telling us, look, you're here, you're trying to talk to these people, and you have seizures, you're not helping them.
Well, doctor, nurse, whatever you are, I'm sorry for talking to the patients. We're just trying to get a bit more information about the hospital.
If you don't think we're helping and you want us to leave, just tell us, we'll leave.
Because we get that dealing with people who have epileptic seizures must be very hard on you. Must be very difficult.
You mean no disrespect, so all you have to do is tell us to leave if you want us to leave. It's almost like it's trying to communicate this can't.
Possibly another person having a seizure. Maybe the last person who's having a seizure was having trouble with seizure.
But you also gotta try and remember, we're not just trying to communicate in an open space, they're trying to contact us through a medium that's in the way. It probably takes a little bit more energy to focus through the actual wood.
Not only that, there might be a lot more people. There might be more of those trying to speak at once. More spirits.
Apparently not too bad. Alright, so
We're gonna take that as a we should leave.
yeah, we're gonna take that as a we should leave, and we're gonna.
Thank you for your time, ladies. I hope you hear that.
Yeah. Sound like knocking on the window. That's what I heard.
No.
It is again. It's coming from right here. I don't know if you guys are hearing it on the camera or not, or on this recording, but we're definitely getting knocks. Hear that?
It's on the window.
Yeah, that's on the window. That's on the inside.
I'm going down.
Well, it's definitely this one. No.
Holy hell. So a little bit. No, not all the way. That.
I don't know what that tapping is.
Are you trying to get our attention? So you have it. It's undivided. What do you want to say?
Yeah.
Are you trying to communicate with us through knocks?
No, we're getting knocks from this window. Don't know if you can hear that or not, but
Wait. It could be possibility this patient's deaf and is trying to communicate us using Morse code.
oh, and that's not Morse code. It's just continuous knocks. I mean, could it be a leak on top of the tin roof?
It could be. But it sounds like it's coming from the window.
It does, but you know what? Acoustics work very strange. I wonder if there's a tin roof up there. It is a tin roof. It is a tin roof, and right above that window, look, there's a crack in the gutter.
Oh.
The window that we heard the tapping from. Up here, there's a rain gutter. In that rain gutter, there's a crack. I have to assume, you saw that water drip?
Mm.
So we got water dripping from that rain gutter onto that tin roof. And that's what's giving us the noise that sounds like tapping on the window. So that is debunked, and we're going to go ahead and move forward to test.